Greetings, this is MK and you are watching an Apta Institute presentation. Today's video is about part 2 of the management of shin splints. And what we're going to look at is load management and resistant exercises as described in the literature. So if you have shin pains and if your day-to-day activities like walking or going up and down the stairs is still painful, that it means that you're doing too much and maybe you need to cut back on all these activities depending on your pain level. And you may have to also cut back on running, your running mileage or intensity, or temporarily put a pause on it altogether. And if you still need to maintain your cardiovascular fitness, you may consider performing other non-impact exercises like cycling or swimming. And in case you need to go through certain activities, or you need to go for a competition and you have no choice, and though you may need rest, but you still need to go for it, then you may try taping, like using biomechanical tapes like dynamic tape, to see that you get through all those competition with less pain, so that these kind of tapes actually can manage the loads for that temporary competition or your activities. Right? And next we're going to look at what type of resistant exercises, and the type of resistant exercises that we are demonstrating here are based on recommendations by Winters and Warden et al., and also through a research by Becker et al. In 2018, where he looked at factors contributing to medial tibial stress syndromes in runners, where he found that they identified hip abductor muscle weakness as a possible risk factor among other running mileages and all that. So all these exercises, you would ideally perform the exercise 2 times per week and keep pain to a 2 out of 10 in your pain scale, or even a lesser. So let's look at the exercises. The first exercise is front foot elevated split squat. Start with your front foot elevated 4 to 8 inches off the ground by using a step plate or any other objects. Drive your front knee towards the front of you until you can't lower yourself down any further. You can keep your back knee straight or allow it to bend as needed, depending on your available hip extension range of motion. If it's too challenging, you can use your hands to help with balance. As you can see, that you can place your hands on the wall, and you can use it to help you if it's too challenging. And the next exercise is single leg Romanian deadlift. Standing on one leg while keeping a slight bend in both knees, hinge at your hips until your trunk is almost parallel with the ground, and then bring your knee up towards the ceiling. Repeat this this movement without touching your foot back to the ground. And if this is also challenging, then once again use your hands to help with the balance. You can place your hands on the wall and help. That will help with the balance. The next exercise, number 3, is plantar flexion or heel raise with the weight. Stand at the edge of a step on one leg. Rise up on the ball of your foot as high as you can, and then lower yourself down until you feel a stretch in your calf. And if that is too challenging, then you can either use a double leg heel raise on a step, or even if that is too challenging, then you can just start on a flat ground. So for all these 3 exercises, aim for 3 sets of 6 to 15 challenging repetitions at a controlled pace, and add weight as needed. The next exercise, and exercise number 4, is going to be dorsiflexion with band. So you can sit on a chair, attach a band to your foot, and support with your opposite foot, the band with the opposite foot, and bring the top of your foot superiorly. For this exercise, you can aim for 3 sets of 20 to 25 repetitions at a controlled pace. And if that's too challenging, then you can do a dorsiflexion or toe raises without a band. Exercise number 5 is fire hydrant to target the abductors. Stand on one leg with band around your knees. Spread the band by separating your knees and remain as still as possible. So you can aim for 3 sets of 30 to 45 seconds hold per leg. Right, so these are the exercises which were described in the literature. You can add on many other exercises, but these were the most researched exercises which were described by Winters and Warden et al. So thank you for watching this presentation. We will be coming up with part 3 of this management of shin splints or MTSS, which will look at plyometrics and graded return to running. So head on to our YouTube page and subscribe to our channel so that you can see more free contents and have fun gaining knowledge.